Welcome back. Late night interview with Raymundo De Mysterio. We are back in the studio again. We're about to talk to the insider about his experiences about when he was a little kid. You're about to get to know him tonight. Alright, sir. We're back here. Thank you for coming. And you have the show. Thank you, Raymundo. It's nice to be back again. Like always. And okay. It started about the 1980s, when I was a little kid, you know, and I usually listened to my grandma and my grandfather, and when they talk about, you know, the things in the past, and there's people that tells me that, you know, back in the day, the clouds were too low. You can actually stand up and touch it with your hand. That's how low it is. And, you know, there's other mysterious events that happen, like during the night. You know, my grandma said, I'm not sure if my grandma or someone else, but he said that during the night, around maybe 10 or 12 midnight, there's this person that comes out in the dark, and he started carrying like a coffin with chains around it. So he dragged the coffin through like a railroad. And then there's another one that there's this red light hanging in the forest. It's close to like a river, where near the bamboo sticks. The bamboo trees are, you know, the bamboo trees are basically aligned on the edge of the river. So he said the fire came from the sky and went straight down there, and they're thinking like, you know, the forest is gonna caught on fire or something, but it just turned red, and then it just stayed there. And then they started seeing like the two red eyes. I'm not sure if this is connected to the Mothman prophecy. Maybe other alien beings have, like, you know, those two red eyes. Maybe they're wearing a helmet that causes it has a light inside that causes it to, you know, turn their eyes red. Just like the movie The Predator, you know, or the aliens. They always see things different because they're wearing something else, like a visor, or maybe their eyes are basically converted to that kind of apparatus or spectrum. So getting back to, you know, when I was a kid growing up, I used to have all this weird, vivid dreams about, like I'm floating from, you know, like from a bed, and it's like seeing my other self, and this being comes from, you know, like the door of my room, and they open and they just stand there, and eventually, not the same moment that they were standing like in the front of the door, but there are moments that they come inside the room and they go around the bed, and then they just look at me. It feels like I'm laying down in some type of a lab on a bed, and they're trying to do something. I'm not sure if that's what's happening, but in my head, you know, I'm just like in my room, and I'm just lying there. And sometimes when I wake up, you know, I'm supposed to be scared because I remember myself like screaming, but then it's like a silent scream, and my eyes are like wide open because, you know, you're seeing all these weird looking people or demonic beings or aliens standing there like next to your bed, you know, looking down at you. And it's pretty crazy. And then after that, it's like one of them, they kind of like talk to your mind, like through your thoughts, and they kind of like talk to you like in your head through your like thoughts, and you kind of like communicate like that. And at one time, I feel like very numb, and this one person, because it looks like this one is like in a human form, but I don't really see his face. They're kind of like the monk, they're wearing that hooded type of dress. I'm not sure what you call those, but the monk, just that's basically what they wear in an old ancient cathedral place. And one of them took me right. He grabbed my left hand and took me outside of my room and start walking down the steps going towards, outside of the house, the front door. And after that, we go to inside the woods, close to the house. And during full moon, you can actually see everything from that forest side of the area close to the house. And there's this old well that was left behind in the forest by maybe somebody lived there before, and they took everything, or something burned down, and the forest took over, and all the trees started growing back to life. And so getting back to this being walking me through that, and then those people or those being inside my room actually just kind of like projected themselves and was there waiting. And I remember that I was standing next to this, to the well, to the circle, and he actually touched my forehead, and I went straight down into the well. And then after that, I don't remember. I woke up in my bed wet. It feels like I peed myself, but I didn't pee myself, because it wasn't pee. It was like just water from the well. And my mother used to get pissed off at me because it's thinking like I peed my bed again. And it's been happening for years, and I keep telling them what's going on, but nobody really believed me. And it's crazy. And this is one of the reasons why I joined the military, because I want to get to the bottom of it. And I actually did. I've started seeing some things, but can't really talk about them. But since I work in a different place, and I have a little freedom to talk about my experiences, what I saw, but besides other classified information that I can't basically talk about, just like the other time that I was in the studio, and I just can't talk about it because I'm forbidden to even mention anything about it. So getting back to waking up in a bed wet, so I usually wake up early than I supposed to, and I get everything out of the bed, like the sheets, pillowcases, and everything. I go downstairs and wash it in the basement, and then after that I dry it, even though I'm like falling asleep. After it gets done, I go back and put it back on the bed, and try to sleep there, so that when my mother comes, she still see me. Oh, everything's good. They usually say, like, they call me the water boy because that's how much water is on there. And then sometimes I have to get towels and jump on my bed, kind of like press it, so that the water will go into the towels, and I washed them, dried them, and put it back to where it belongs. Yeah, so it's crazy, and sometimes I remember that standing with them again in this well. I remember standing again with them in this well, and there's this star, it's like a North Star. It's huge, and it goes like on top of I'm talking about like up in the sky, like on top of where the well is, and then shining down some I don't know, some type of fragments, maybe fragments from the star. I don't know, because you can see it's like fragments, and it's like little crystals, and with the beam of the moonlight, you can see them like sparkling. So that one time I tried to put my hand into it to see like what it is, and this being like next to me pulled my hands out because I don't know, and maybe there's a reason why I'm not supposed to even do that, because they're doing some type of the ritual ceremony. Well, I never experienced anything like that. I mean, I was a kid, so I have no idea what the hell's going on. Anyway, I don't know. After I touched that, it basically it gave me this type of star map, or like a road map to like where they came from, all these places. But it's hard to remember now, but I do remember parts and pieces of it, because that was a long time ago. I'm old now, and yeah, it's just weird. That was like when I was a kid. That was like a long time ago when I was a kid. But now, that's a long time ago. And the problem there is that it's like it gave me like a road map to where they came from. It tells me like, it showed me like what kind of spaceship they were using to travel back and forth to Earth, and they have this I don't know, something that they press on their ship, and it gives you like a space highway type thing, and then you just cruise there. You just follow the line, or I don't know, this line basically tells your ship, hey, don't go here, don't go there, but just let me remotely control your spaceship to go to a specific direction. And they have their own planet, just like another Earth, and you can see like all this spaceship around their planet. And I don't know, and then there's I think there's 5 different big stars that looks like like a star. It has like a 5 pointed things, and I don't know, it's just weird, man. At the same time, it's like it's pretty cool, because I've never seen anything like it, especially when you're like a little kid. And I don't know, there's so much to it. And this guy, they put something like inside of me that until now, it's still there. And I don't know, I tried to remove it, but it hurt. I never went to the doctor or anything like that, nor did I tell my an officer that I work with that something didn't happen to me, because I keep stuff private like that. But like I said, it's been a long time. I work in a different place now, and this is it. I feel like talking about my past, where I work, and what happened to work and all of that. And I don't know, it's just amazing, my experiences, man. I love life, and I know others feels probably the same, or you feel something else. But that's what happened to me. Maybe it happened to other people. I don't know. Maybe it never happened to other people. I can't really tell you what, but I can only tell you like what I have experienced, because because it happened to me. If it happened to you, do you think people will believe you? Maybe some, maybe no, or maybe nobody will believe you. So I don't really know what to I don't really know what to tell you, but that's basically what happened to me. And I don't know, it's like fascinating, like I said, but I don't know, I just can't wait to tell you guys the other crazy things I experienced. So that's coming soon, if I'm allowed to be back here again. I mean, I'm sure I will be back here again, because Raymundo likes my stories, and he also does like the conspiracy theory about a lot of things. And I love the guy. He's always like, it's always there trying to seek the truth for you guys, for everyone, and for himself. Because the government always hide the truth from us. So what can you do? You find other people to talk about their experiences. So I don't know, that's what's going on. But anyway, I guess my time is up. I guess thank you for this this broadcasting, the late night interview with Raymundo De Mysterio. He's a really cool guy. You guys probably subscribe to the channel, and if you have any experiences just like mine, I guess feel free to talk with him, and he can probably broadcast your story live too, worldwide. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you again for inviting me here, and I'll give you back to Raymundo here. See ya. Yeah, we are back. This is Raymundo De Mysterio. That was the private CIA. So we have some more encounter story in the future. So we will come back to this. Alright.